anchor Michelle Cabruso-Caparra's fiscal conservative says AOC is MIA in the district and blames her for scuttling Amazon's plan to build a second headquarters in New York City. With the help of deep-pocketed business executives and more than a few Republicans, Caruso-Caparra has raised an impressive $2.0 million to in an effort to unseat the first-term incumbent. Of course, Ocasio-Cortez has raised a whopping $10.5 million on the back of the Courage to Change progressive PAC that she started, so she will be winning that seat. In two other dark blue open seats, many liberals are fighting to prevent the nomination from going to someone who might actually vote with the Republicans. In the South Bronx's 15th District, New York City Council member Ruben Diaz Sr., a conservative Democrat who opposes abortion, has claimed that the city government is controlled by homosexuals in the homosexual community and is openly considering a vote for Trump this fall. But as a patriarch of a Bronx political dynasty, he represented the area in the state senate for 15 years, and his son is now borough president, Ruben Diaz Jr. Diaz has enough of a base to be a frontrunner in the fractured 12-candidate field. If you're looking for someone to vote there as a progressive listener to the show, Samuel's Lopez all the way. Liberals are split on their preferred alternative as Ocasio-Cortez and Sanders backed the affordable housing advocate Samuel's Lopez, while black political establishment has rallied around the Assemblyman Michael Blake. And a symbolic of the Democrats' indecision, the political arm of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus is backing New York City Council member Richie Torres, but the caucus's chair, Joaquin Castro, has endorsed City Council Speaker Melissa Mark Vivaretto. Torres is the Bronx's first openly LGBT elected official. He may be the candidate best positioned to beat Diaz. As of June 3rd, he spent the most money in the race, so hopefully Diaz wins. In my home district, Diaz loses and Torres wins. Diaz has 22%, Torres 20%, and no other candidate above 6%. So 34% of likely voters still, though, undecided. Up on the Hudson River in the suburban 17th District, State Senator David Carlucci is likewise a top contender for the Democratic nod, despite his 7 years as a member of the Independent Democratic Conference, a breakaway of a group of Democrats who pretty much, with the help of Andrew Cuomo, handed the state Senate to the Republicans. But after multiple polls show Carlucci in a strong position, progressives, including AOC, united behind Mondaire Jones, who, by the way, I got that yard sign out there. Shout out Mondaire Jones. Hopefully he kills it. Mondaire Jones, he, in a new data or public policy polling survey, is up 25% to Carlucci's 11% in a more recent poll. However, 14% in each poll, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense Evelyn Farkas and former Assistant U.S. Attorney Adam Schleifer are on the hunt as well. Schleifer has one big advantage: millions of dollars in pharmaceutical stock, as he invested almost $4 million of his own money in his campaign, allowing him to spend four times more than any other candidate, which kind of explains the fact that every curve in the road, there's a yard sign for Adam Schleifer. Yeah, and you notice how they're all in public places as well, like state property. Yeah, all the seats will almost certainly remain in Democratic hands this fall, no matter who wins the primary. But upstate, the Syracuse-based 24th District, Democrats' choice of nominee could affect their chances against the vulnerable GOP rep John Katko. You have the two main Democratic candidates, Professor Dana Balter and Navy veteran Francis Canole, disagree on only a few things: healthcare, as Balter supports Medicare for all, and Canole supports a public option, and who is more electable. As the Democrats' previous nominee, Balter lost to Katko by 5 points in 2018, even though the district had voted for Clinton by nearly 4 points 2 years earlier. However, this was a stronger performance than Katko's 2016 opponent, even after adjusting for the national environment. So she did better than the guy who ran against him in 2016. So that is a big step in the right direction. As of June 3rd, the two have spent similar sums of money, around $700,000 each, but Balter's name recognition may carry the day. According to GBAO Strategies poll for her campaign, she leads 60% to 31% as of early June. So it's good to see. The parties will also decide their nominees in four other New York swing districts, the 1st, 2nd, 11th, and 22nd. There is only one Democratic primary. Of these, the only Democratic primary in the 1st district, which covers eastern Long Island, is really kind of in any doubt. The initial frontrunner there is businessman Perry Gershon, who lost to GOP Representative Lee Zeldin, of course, continuing the time-honored Democratic Party tradition of nominating people who already lost their races. But self-funding chemistry professor Nancy Goroff outspent him at $1.6 million to $979,063. And as of late May, Goroff's internal polling showed the two to be roughly tied. Suffolk County legislator Bridget Fleming then responded with her own internal polling, giving herself and Goroff 29% each, with Gershon at 22%. So Fleming spent just $598,608, but earned endorsement from the progressive actor Cynthia Nixon. So those are pretty much the big primaries today. Unfortunately, we have run out of time to do our last story about Teddy Roosevelt, but I do recommend you go check it out in The Intercept. John Schwartz. As Teddy Roosevelt's statue falls, let's remember how dark his history truly was. So yeah, that's all we got for you today. We will, if you just stay tuned to my Twitter account, we'll keep you posted on the latest on the primary coverage tonight, although it's very possible we may not have any at all. We'll see you Thursday. If not, it's Newsflash.